Hey y'all, I am here with another wonderful friend of mine. This is Maria Howell. Hey Maria, how are you?
Hola, ¿qué tal?
How's it going?
It's going, man. My brain's silly putty, but I'm here.
Well, you know, we're like doing like pajama party today, so I thought I'd bring my second guest in and like we do our jammies.
Oh, you gotta read this part right here. Can you read it?
It says,
Here comes
treble, and then we all know as last week, my Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman. You know what, Maria? Can I tell you something?
Yes.
You know what you are to me? You're my Wonder Woman. Seriously, you
Oh,
are.
really?
Oh my God, yes. There's so much to admire about you. Okay, well, we'll tell a little bit about our background. We met doing Hunger Games Catching Fire.
That's right.
We were both tributes, and we lived on Delancey Street.
That's right.
Maria, what was Delancey Street?
Delancey Street was like two trailers, like the honey wagons.
Where the trailers are like the size of a coffin.
Right. And did we have toilets in there? No, we didn't even have toilets.
No toilets.
This is how famous we are.
That's how famous we are. So we called it, because that we were right next to like where Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson had their trailers. We called that Park Avenue, and we were Delancey Street. That is not dissing anyone who actually is watching this and does live on Delancey Street.
Right. Much respect, Delancey.
Love the Lower East Side, New York City.
But we love New York.
We love New York. We heart New York. So anyway, Maria, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about well, since you're an actress and a good friend of mine, and we're good friends, we support one another in the business.
Right.
So what do you find to be some of your challenges being female in this land we called Hollywood?
How much time we got? Some of the challenges in Hollywood are just trying to know or convey to someone where we fit. You know?
My God, so true.
It's like I pretty much know my acting niche. I know where I fit. I'm that strong-willed, determined, woman is on a, I just, that's what I do.
You're like perfect at that too. You're so good at it.
And after I cut my hair, it seems like I got into my sweet spot about it.
Really? When did you cut your hair? Your hair's super cute.
Well, thank
by
you
the
so
way.
much. Thank you. This is morning hair.
Same.
I cut my hair in 2010, 7 years ago. And before I did that, it's like I was all over the place. They didn't know what to do with me and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, you know what? Don't worry about it. Cut your hair. But the cutting the hair actually came from singing.
Do you find that like your hair, it's like an issue, like how your hair looks and how it's presented affects like what you're going to be called in or not called in for?
Not as much anymore.
Okay, but tell me about
used to be.
It did? Really?
Well, because I used to like to wear hair because I sing. I would wear things that were convenient to that, but that didn't always work with acting. So therefore, when I cut my hair, I used to wear braids sometimes. I'd wear it straight. I'd wear it in a bun, all kinds of stuff. But then I'd have to manipulate it and change it or put a wig on for certain roles. Braids don't really go with the lawyer,
Oh, right. Isn't that funny how like it's such as like, what is a lawyer supposed to look like?
Conservative, I would imagine, in
guess.
someone else's eyes. I don't know.
It's funny to me, like what we're supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Because what's 40 supposed to look like?
Lord.
Right? Right?
Cute. But it's a thing because like when you look at yourself in the mirror, you have one image of yourself, and then you got to also take in consideration what someone else is saying or how they view you, and that's some kind of a hard balance to strike sometimes.
Well, it is kind of a hard balance, especially being a woman in this business. I find like we're supposed to.
Did my eyes cross? I'm sorry.
Also, let's talk about that a little bit. Like, how do you feel about like I don't know, just like becoming, you and I are both kind of maturing in this business. We're not like old or anything, but we're not like going to be out playing Juliet in Romeo and Juliet.
Right.
So like how do you feel? How do you thrive rather than because it's hard in Hollywood. It's like
it is.
as we get older, women's roles kind of fade and disappear, and there weren't that many to begin with.
I'm already praying that everybody has a mother or an aunt or a school teacher.
I'm always praying that somebody has a neighbor.
Right. Because the thing is, like, coming to Hollywood is like crazy, because I know you probably feel this too, because I think I've asked you this before. You find yourself auditioning against people you're like, oh, I'd love to be like famous like that person. This is when we're kids. We get to Hollywood and we're auditioning against these same people, and I'm like, what happened?
Oh my God, that's
where
crazy.
Did that shift take
I
place?
haven't gotten there yet, but oh my God.
I'm like, it's an honor, and then it's an intimidation if you let it be.
Right, sure.
I'm going, first of all, they're still auditioning? Or, wow, am I good enough that I'm auditioning against them? Okay, now can I learn my lines?
Now can I crush?
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, how do you not let that psych yourself out?
Oh man, there's one thing someone told me a long time ago that I take it and I've adapted it into my world and my psyche. Your skill is your parachute. When I get a little bit intimidated or a little bit like questionable or whatever, I just say, you know what? I've been doing this long enough. My basic thing is my skill, what I've learned over the years. So I just kind of rely on that and don't worry about it.
Oh, girl, you are truly one of the strongest, most wonderful women I know.
Got calluses on the brain, girl.
Calluses
on the brain, girl. Calluses on the brain.
Oh my God, that is amazing. Well, you are truly my Wonder Woman. I mean that with all my heart.
Thank you. You showed your pajamas, right?
Yeah, they've seen them. They've seen them. Who's a Wonder Woman in your life? Let us know. I'm Megan Hayes, and thanks, Maria, for having me out. I mean, thank you for coming out and playing with me. I knew that. I'm Megan Hayes, and this is The Future is Female.